Right, hello there, all the people watching this video. Basically, I've got another video up. Yes, I'm on my second, well, it's not my second one of YouTube, but it's my second one in the space of about a week, because I haven't been doing videos lately for so long. But, I'm back, and I've got more videos to keep going. Now, this video, oh yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. Well, it is to me anyway, because I've mentioned before about a girl named Gracie from London area, basically, and she said to me about why not mention about when we first met and all this and that, and that's what I thought. That's an interesting one. Well, basically, I don't know the exact day. I've never met her in my life, not in the real world, but that will happen one day. I know that for sure. But, as I'm going to say, I have got to know her a little bit, and I'm still getting to know her, so it's great. We met on a website called Interpals. Now, I love Interpals. I think it's a great website because it's where you can basically converse in speaking to a lot of people from all over the world. Now, of course, it's just like any other social networking site. You might get to meet people and then basically get friends with them, and that's what I do. I don't look for anything else because, you know, I take each day that comes. I can't predict the future. I mean, it's easy for somebody to say, you know, or I might go on then, and I'm so friendly that they might think, oh, he's up to something, and we think he's after something, and I'm like, I don't predict the future, right? I never like to do that. It's easy for somebody to say, I never want to be more than friends, when you've sent them like one or two messages or a few messages, and they'll say no more than friends. And I'm like, yeah, but how can you know? You can't predict the future like that, right? One day you could be friends with somebody and they might think this is going quite good, and I'd like to be more than friends. And what do they think? What do you or they think? Because you're never going to know, right? You can't just assume that it's not going to happen. But like I said, I don't predict the future. I can't, and that. But yeah, I went onto Interpals and like to do and that, and I basically decided that I would message this basic person called Gracie. And like with many people, I have no idea if they're going to reply back, because some people don't actually reply back. They're more or less in that term of saying no. They just don't want to engage in a conversation. You know, how well you come across and say a nice message and that, even if you say something about what they like and you know that you like it, you know, a favourite band or something, it doesn't mean that they're going to turn around and say hello, I'd like to speak to you. But Gracie did, and that was one of the best things that I absolutely liked, because it opened up. If she didn't send that message, we would not be here now. As I say, me and Gracie, as we do, we speak on the internet. You know, I would not be here speaking to her. We would not have conversations that are just out. I think they're out of this world. They are, because, like I've said before, I love Gracie. She is an absolute. She means so much to me. It's unbelievable. I mean, I never thought I'd meet anybody who's basically like that. I mean, I've got many friends, and they're all special to me in every sense of the word. Some of them are special in various ways. You know, they don't all have to have the same qualities, but they're all special in one way. But Gracie's something, you know, something a little bit more above, I think, basically. And I like her a lot, and I always like speaking to her, you know, and that. And it's people like her and that, and people that I think of being real special to me, I never want to lose, because it just hurts me. It's hurting me to imagine that one day they could be gone and they're not here, and you know, you lose a good friend and things like that. But that's what we did. So we went on, so basically we have managed to go on Interpals, and we spoke on there, and we are in the process of one day we're going to write to each other, because basically I have to send her things, basically, which would be nice. But also blogs. I'm not quite sure if she's got a YouTube channel, but she's got a blog. She goes on Tumblr. So I go on Tumblr basically, and I write blogs on there, and most of my blogs, they talk about various things, but I also mention Gracie. I always put that into it. So even if I'm talking about Northern Soul, or I'm talking about football, or whatever I'm talking about, I'll guarantee you, somewhere along that line, her name may well be printed in that. Yes. Some people might say I'm going a little bit too far on this, but hey, it's my choice. You know, and if it was so bad, I'm sure Gracie would turn around and say, you know, I don't want to be mentioned too many times, you know, but she's happy with what I do, because she likes my blog, and she likes seeing the videos that I make, so I'm always happy about that, and that's one of the things, and I think that, but, you know, the good thing is about the internet, you know, I don't think of it as a bad thing, but the good thing about what we do, you know, we're getting to know each other, so it's a little bit easier sometimes, because I sometimes find it very hard sometimes. I'm a bit shy of a person outside of the net, and the hardest thing I find sometimes is that going out, I'm not very good at going up to anybody and talking. I'm absolutely useless. I am useless. Like my mum would say, right, I'm not very talkative at times, because, you know, I might meet people that I don't know. I might have to go to I might have to go somewhere, and it might be a little course, you know, that's about a week or two, or I might have to basically, you know, meet somebody who I've never met before, and it's not easy, because I will sit there in groups and I will not say a word until I need to, and usually I don't say much, and, you know, but once people get to know me a little bit more, I am better, certainly with my friends. I'm certainly a lot better, because they get to know me a little bit more, and I can open up a little bit more, even though at times I can still be quiet. Yeah, definitely, especially when there's more than one person around, because I prefer the one-on-one company, guaranteed all the time, no failures, because I will speak a little bit, rather than a group of them, because I just sort of think, well, you're going to go off, you're going to speak, I'll let them speak, and I'll sit there and I'll just not say a word, and they'll be like, are you not going to say something? And, you know, but it's the way I am, right? Maybe I am very good, but the thing I like about the internet is it's a case of when you meet somebody, you're able to engage in a lot of things. So you could be speaking to them for 6 months or a year, you know, and then you get to that stage where you go, you know, I've been speaking to them for so long, we've got on very well, we know a fair bit about each other. If we go out and see each other, which would be a great idea, and I hope for that, you know, with that, we would arrange, you know, we'd go somewhere or whatever, you know, whether, you know, and we'll work out what we're going to do. But it will still be a first experience, because I would never have met them in there, so I would have only seen their pictures, I would have only spoken to them online, so I don't know what they're going to be like when they, you know, talk, you know, have I ever heard their voice before, who knows, what is it like, but I'm the same person. Online, I'm a nice person and whatever, but offline, I'm the same person. I'm not going to change, I'm not going to be different. Yeah, the parts of it, like being shy, yeah, fair enough, but I'm still the same person. They're not going to think, oh, he's a bad person. No, because I'm a good person online and I'm a good person offline. The case is there is that difference. But the great thing is, it can work. It can work. You meet somebody and you think, oh, it's going well, and then you do it again and again and again. And you don't have to look at them as being, we might have met online, but we can be just as much offline friends. And that's what's so good about it. And I'm happy one day that's going to happen. It's it. There are easier ways, and that's what's so good about it. People that may not always be easy enough to actually engage in going out, you know, say to a club or whatever, and trying to go up to somebody and want to say that first word, like, what do I say to somebody I like? It's not maybe that easy compared to what it would be if you're online, because online I can just see somebody and I think, oh, I'll go and message her, and I might say something like, hello, how are you, and you know, say a few bits and pieces, you know, because I might know a little bit about what they've said in their profile or whatever, And I can do that, I can engage in that, but it's going out. It's going out somewhere to wherever, a club, where there's a singles night. But you go in and you think, oh, I'm going to buy, you know, wherever it might be, I'm going to buy a drink, I'll buy a drink. You might be looking around thinking, she looks alright. Maybe she's a nice person, I don't know. But it's not always easy. You've got to have that, you've got to go up there. It's not about saying, oh, I've got to have a cheesy chat up line. You've just got to be able to find something to engage in, which is not easy, but I find it a bit easier online. And then when you do go to see them, you know, you find somewhere where you're going to meet, and then you sort of like, when you do get to come to see them, you think, well, I wonder what they're going to be like. You know, you're nervous. It's that nervousness of what they're going to be like. But I know, I've seen the pictures, I know what they're going to be like a little bit. And when they do come, you sort of say hello, and then even if you're quiet for that first initial thing, it can only get better. It can only be a chance of And one of the good things is, once you get to that stage, you sort of go, you find something, and that ground is going to be there. Because once you say something, you could think, oh yeah, talk about it. You know, if they've never been to your city before, that may be an icebreaker. That may be a good icebreaker, because it will be like, how long have you lived here? Have you lived here all your life? What is it like? You know, engaging in that way. I'm no expert at this, but you know, it's how I feel and so forth. So I'm absolutely blessed. Gracie means so much to me, so I'm absolutely blessed, and I know that she can love this video, so I'm going to get it uploaded very soon, and so on. And I'll carry on doing some more blogs, because I've got more to do and that, so hopefully she likes it. And one day, I know that, I'm going to leave it on this, but one day I know that when I go and see Gracie, it'll be the best day of my life. And I know I will want to see her again, so I will be happy about that. But apart from that, what else can I say about this? Happy. So, bye for now. Keep watching, and have a nice Sunday, or whatever. Whatever you're doing, have a nice one. Bye for now.